Hi, I'm Mark Szorady. I'm a cartoonist. I draw the comic strip George that you can read on my blog, georgetoon.com/blog. I also draw some comic game panels, Double Take, and another one called I Knew That. I also have another blog called One Click Linux. This is an older blog. I consider it to be archival work, introducing new users to Linux and the different programs and applications that are there that you can use just by installing Linux. And that's the idea behind this video and the videos to come, is to introduce new users to Linux, show them how easy it is to obtain, how to download it, and install it to a computer system and start using it. And I hope to use video and screen capture to show the new users where to get Linux, how to install it, and some of the applications that I use to create my cartoons. So what I'll do is I'll get this out of the way and we'll just start in on the discussion. If you want to, in order to follow the mouse, I'll just turn on this device here so you can kind of see where the mouse is. Question is, where do you get Linux? The easiest place to go is distrowatch.com. Here's where you can get any Linux distribution under the sun. And they are ranked. If you look here on the right side of the page, you can see that they're all ranked right here. First to, well, these are seems to be the top 100. Clicking any link will take you to its own page on DistroWatch where you can obtain more information about it. So for instance, we'll look at PC Linux OS. This is the one that I use. This is the 7th most popular Linux distro. And here you'll see links to where you can actually go to PC Linux, where the forums are located, lots of information about the distribution itself, and how you can download it, where you can get it. If we click on the link to PC Linux OS, it'll take us to their main page where we can download this Linux distribution. And I highly recommend this distribution because I use it. So it's just a matter of going up here and getting one of the desktops, KDE or LXDE. Well, more about that later in future videos. Let's just go with KDE. This is the most popular, it's the most fun desktop. It has so much to offer. And all you have to really do here on this page is come down to the download links that they have here, which is probably down here. Now, down here is where you'll be downloading it. You have to determine whether your processor on the system that you have is a 32-bit or a 64-bit. You can download the 32-bit and install it on a 64-bit, but if you have a 64-bit processor, by all means, get the 64-bit processor, which would be here. Okay, these are torrents, so you'll have to have a piece of software that will enable your computer to run that kind of application. It'll be a fast download, but there are other download mirrors also as well that you can take advantage of. The idea here is once you download the torrent or the ISO, then you burn it to a disk, you insert the disk into a drive, and then you reboot your system. You'll be running Linux from that disk, and then you can then install it. Now if you look over here on this main screen, right here, as I zoom in, you can see that it has a little logo here called Install PC Linux OS. That'll be on your desktop while you're running that disk, that live CD it's called. So once you run that, then it'll install Linux right to your hard drive, and when you reboot after taking the disk out, you'll be running Linux. The idea of the live CD is to make sure that all your hardware is compatible, that your sound card works, that your video card works, and chances are, especially with PC Linux OS, everything is going to work. Question is, what can you do with Linux? Well, you could do it. Linux is like Windows or Mac. You can do everything that those operating systems do. For instance, I use GIMP, which is the Photoshop version within Linux, and I use it for all my cartoon work. I use it to, well, to add color to my cartoons. And very easily. Same kinds of tools that Linux has. It has great audio players. Here's a terrific audio player right here. This is called Clementine. Here we have a little bit of Paul McCartney. When you play this, right over here in this area here, it hits Wikipedia, brings up photos of who's playing. You can even get the lyrics. Or I can go to Boz Scaggs. And again, here it is. I'm going to have all the lyrics here, and if I want to see who this is, well, it goes to Boz Scaggs. Isn't that great? Again, it's a free application with Linux. Okay, so enough of that right now. Go back here to YouTube. Everyone wants to know, does it play YouTube videos? Well, sure it does. We can enlarge this screen as well. And if you want, we can go full screen too. So you can see it plays YouTube flawlessly. Also plays videos off of your DVD collection with this player called VLC. I have the volume down a little bit. And again, you can go full screen if you want. Linux also has this great 3D desktop. Also has great applications to switch windows. So you can see that it's got quite a bit. So that's it in a nutshell, just a brief overview of what Linux is and how powerful it is. And in the coming videos, I hope to show you even more applications, how I use these applications, from desktop publishing to graphics editing to video editing. Just about everything under the sun is available in Linux. I'm going to show you how to install it, how to update your software, how to install new software. Linux is safe, it's secure, it's stable, it's free. If you have an old system or a spare system or a system that you don't want to have Windows on anymore, this is the way to go. Find a Linux distribution, a Linux flavor, and install it on there. And trust me, you'll be very happy with it. Well, I look forward to doing more videos for you. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out my blog, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks again.